All right, I'm back. I know it's been a while. I've just been busy. Um, I did get a mic stand, as you can see, hands free. But anyway, I was thinking earlier, sitting on my porch, eating cereal, and a thought occurred to me that everybody is very focused on trying to become something. Maybe this is a stupid thought, but anyway, people are very focused on trying to become something, and they become less and less focused on just being, like, right now, right here, and they kind of lose themselves, and like they're just kind of going in circles when they're very focused on like the becoming thought, where it's like, okay, I gotta become this, I gotta do this in the future. It's all talking about in the future, but nothing's happening like right then. You know what I mean? They lose sight of, like, and I'm guilty of this too. I think anybody who's wanted to be something is guilty of this and falling into this trap of losing sight of the present moment and being focused on, like, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, a week from now, whatever. Like, just you gotta slow down and just be, and like just take a breath, look around, see where you are, right here, right now. I'm right here, right now. Pull up my Spotify stats. Hang on. I just dropped an EP, right? About 300 album streams first day. First, second day. Not the worst, not the greatest, whatever. I'm at 4,178 monthly listeners, you know. But I wasn't focused on hitting that, a few months ago. And I was focused on in the moment. And now I'm here and I'm focused on this moment. I'm recording this video focused on this moment. And, my friends who also make music, the Bruggle Gang and everything, very concerned with, the future and everything. And I am too. It's always kind of in my mind, as it should be, right? I'm looking ahead. I'm going into my senior year. Guang or Brody, whatever. He's already off at college. So he's got a reason to think about the future. I do too. I'm about to graduate high school at the end of this year, and like, but I'm still trying to keep myself very much in place and not go off and live in like a delusion and do nothing for 3 months and then waste all my time thinking about, like, oh, I'm gonna become this, I'm gonna become this. I'm just gonna be right here, who I am right now. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way to live, and just kind of existing with purpose. If you're existing with no purpose, you're wasting your time. But just kind of being present, being in the moment, but also working to get to where I want to be, instead of the opposite, which is living in 5 years in the future and doing nothing to get there right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, as I kept on thinking, I was like, hang on, getting a text. Okay. As I was thinking more on this idea, like, you see people sometimes that just have no direction, and they're just they're floating. They have nothing going on. They don't even have a goal, but they're talking as if they're gonna, be something huge, or, be rich, but there's no action being taken, and they're just running in circles, just digging themselves into the dirt. And when the time comes where either they get an opportunity to do something, they're not going to take it, because they're going to be too focused on far in the future, and they have been to have put in the work to qualify and to, like, really, want to show up for that first opportunity because they think they're, they don't need it or something. Like if, you can't play a stadium without playing a coffee house, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, doesn't happen. And, I played a coffee house before, but that doesn't mean tomorrow I can play a stadium. It takes a lot of time, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to worry about, maybe this Thursday, play the coffee house open mic again, see what happens, and just keep doing that. But I've right now first, I don't know, it was just a thought I had on my porch, felt like yapping about it. But yeah, like, just focus on being, focus on being in the moment, I guess, you know. Don't focus on 5 years, 10 years, even so far as 2 weeks, or so short as 2 weeks in the future. Because you'll get there, right? Like, you don't want to, you don't want to rush things either. Like, it's just putting yourself like 2 weeks in the future all the time is going to make your time go way faster than you want it to. And then you're going to look back in that 2 weeks and you say, well, what happened? How am I already here? I didn't do anything. No progress. It's because you were thinking, 2 weeks ahead, and you weren't doing anything to prepare you for being 2 weeks ahead, if that makes any sense. But, just figured I'd revive the channel a little bit. Yep. About a nice thought I had.